What's up, everybody? Patrick Bronner here again, Thinking Out Loud podcast, episode number 3. Tried the YouTube live tonight, didn't work out too well. There is apparently maybe a delay in the feed, which takes quite a while. Plus, I don't know how interactive that can be anyway. We might as well just tape delay this and then I release it to all you fucks. So, everybody had a good week. Still in lockdown. Although I've heard some positive news. Dr. Fauci has said that we could possibly get back to normal operations or start getting back to normal operations in May. So that's a little bit of good news. How much optimism that is and how much wishful thinking that is, I'm not really sure. But the death toll came out again today. It's been around 2,000 the past couple of days. But I think we're still we're leveling the curve, which is nice. 22,000 deaths, 22,108 total now in the U.S. That's gone. In the past few days, it's been right around that 1,800, 1,900, and the number of cases is leveling off. New cases is leveling off. Here it is. Oh, yeah, and there were only 1,500 deaths today. I mean, I hate to take death with a positive tone, but April 7th was 1973. April 8th was 1943. April 9th, 1901. April 10th, 2035. April 11th, 1830. April 12th, 1528. So it seemed to be at least leveling off, if not lowering, unless something unexpected happens here and it shoots back up, which is not outside of the realm of possibility. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. I've been going around town. Dallas, went to Kroger today. Lots of people with face masks. But pretty normal operations. I mean, you wouldn't notice that much, at least here in Dallas. Not too much different than normal life. But okay, enough of the virus. Let's get to the questions. Got one question from Mr. Dinyald again. It's a frequent caller. I'm feeling we're going to go at this a long time. So, all right, Travis's question. Many people are saying you looked gassed last night. There's talk you've run out of steam 2 shows in. What's your response to those in the media that are saying the show won't make it through the week? Who's in the media? I'd love to know. Love to know that I'm getting attention from the media. Yeah, I mean, I need to come up with some good content ideas. It's still a work in progress. I'm working through. I've got to manage a couple of different buttons or different pieces in play here. You've got the technology side, kind of what I want to do. Do I want to do the YouTube live feed? Do I want to just do this as a tape delay and then release it over Twitter and GroupMe? So there's the one side. There's the technology and the platform side, but then there's also the content side. So you've got to kind of do both. Once I get the technology sorted out and figure out what kind of mix I really want to do, I have a feeling I'm going to settle into some podcasts, and I'm going to do this weekly. I'm going to do this weekly, just tape delay YouTube video, answer questions, and then sprinkle in podcasts and sprinkle in blog posts for everybody. I actually prepared one this morning. I've got enough. I think I have enough content to make a blog post. I definitely need to go back and edit it, but I think I've got enough for a blog post, an article, decent sized. I'm not sure how many words, but I think everybody's going to like the topic. I think it's at least interesting, thought-provoking. So yeah, Trav, I'm kind of learning as I go. So I hope you don't take that I'm gassed. I'm having to manage some other things too, like finding a job. So there are some real world things I'm having to do, but not gassed. This will move on. The show will go on. Okay, the second part of his question is, also, if you're out of steam, what would you blame it on? Too much Whack Arnold, too much Chipotle, too much sativa, or all of the above? I've only had Whack Arnold's a couple times in the past, a few weeks, months. The time I went to Whack Arnold's the other night on the video was an outlier. Now that I've found the coffee that I like, I was loving McDonald's because of their coffee. They have fantastic coffee, by the way. But I found it, the little, excuse me, found the little K-Pods, which you can buy on Amazon or Kroger or Walgreens, wherever, but they're McDonald's brand, and they're great. So as soon as I found those, I've just been buying them. So I don't need to go to McDonald's anymore. The burgers aren't even that good anyway. So there's no reason to go to McDonald's anymore, really, at least for me. Too much Chipotle is a possibility. I've gone there quite a bit. But yeah, still not the reason. And then the sativa, I'm slowing down the sativa. It's clouding my head a little bit. The more I get back to exercising, the more I start running again, the less I like the sativa. Now I do bust it out here and there, but yeah, I'm less and less wanting to use it, which I think is a good thing. But so I'm not really going to blame it on any of those things. I'm just going to say that I'm running. You might say I'm running out of steam, but I don't think that's it. I'm sorting out the tech end, sorting out what I want the show to be, finding the identity, if you will, what kind of mix of content mixed with the schedule that I can do. But like I said, I like podcasts personally. That's my favorite form because I think it's long enough to where you can talk about something meaningful, and yeah, it's very interesting to me. And we can kind of just leave it open, have a couple talking points, and then leave it open. I've talked with Slocum. I think we're going to line one up. I think we agreed Tuesday for a podcast. I'll have to get back. I think I was messaging him right before I was about to go to bed, and not really sure what we settled on, but it's going to be here in the near future. I know we're going to talk a little bit about the oil markets or oil in general, since I don't know that much about it. But you guys that haven't worked in the oil biz may be interested to hear that one. But yeah, we're going to settle on. I'm going to do some essays. I write every morning. That's my writing time. I get up at like 6 a.m., sometimes earlier than that if I can, and get my coffee, get my breakfast, and usually go straight to writing. And that's kind of my routine lately. So I'm going to do the essays, I'm going to do the podcasts, and I guess I'll just do this weekly Q&A. I feel like that's a good little content mix. Maybe I'll sprinkle in some other humor. I want to mix in some humor of some form. Maybe I'll mix that into blog posts. I don't know. But yeah, slowly but surely we're getting there. Yeah, I hope I answered your question. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope you had a good Easter weekend. I guess we're destined to do this for another 3 weeks. It's been almost 2 weeks into April here, and it's been almost about a month since we, I believe, issued the stay-at-home orders. I think it's been about a month. I think we declared a national emergency on March 13th. So we're right here at the 30-day mark of this unprecedented time in our history. And it still is like the Twilight Zone. I went on my run this morning. at about 8 o'clock. No, 9 o'clock, probably 9 a.m. And ran over the Katy Trail and ran over there into Uptown. And just all the shops just empty. I mean, it is Easter Sunday. I'm sure people were, not normally out at 9 a.m. on Easter Sunday, but still, like plenty of the shops had boards over the doors and closed signs, and it was just a ghost town. It's like the Twilight Zone. It's crazy. But it's a beautiful day nonetheless. I think it rained over here. We got some of that bad weather that Mississippi got today. We got that overnight, thank goodness. And it was beautiful pretty much all day until about, 4 or 5 o'clock. We got a quick rain. It actually hailed, classic Dallas, with a pop-up hailstorm. That only lasted for about 30 minutes, maybe. And then the rest of the evening, it was windy and the sun peeped out, and it was nice and pleasant. So it was a nice, strange day, strange April Easter day. But gosh, I think I'm out of things to talk about. We'll wake up and do this all over again. And yeah, everybody be safe. I saw where a 22-year-old Florida State football player got the virus and said he felt like he got hit by a freight train. So if they can do that to a college football player at 22 years old, then I'd say you folks need to be safe, take all the precautions. I don't think anybody wants to get this thing, regardless of who you are. So, all right, until next time, I'm out of things to talk about. I'm getting tired. It's 9:30. It's about bedtime for me. So everybody be safe. Talk to you again soon. And I guess that's it. Talk to you again soon. Later.